All right, I am back. So just a quick update. See if you can see that we did win the last game, and we got 6 great moves, and there was actually 2 blunders. That very first queen move we made, they could have taken our central pawn. Like I said, it would have been a lot of trades, but it was a blunder. And then towards the very end of in the end game, I did sacrifice a pawn I could have probably held on to. So that was a second blunder. So we're down to 2 blunders, but 6 great moves, and we did get the win. So let's keep going. Let's do a new 10 minutes. Okay, and this time we are going to be playing the Stonewall. Sorry, I messed that up last round. So we did the first game. We'll play it again for the rest of this rating climb. So again, you start with your D pawn. Then you immediately want to bring out your light squared bishop. That's going to be your key piece. This is one of the rare openings that you actually bring out your bishop first, but you also always want to scan what black's doing. Make sure you're good to go. So doesn't look like we'll be blundering anything but by bringing this out, so I think we can just go ahead and safely do that. Them bringing out their queen here early can also potentially help us as we bring our knights to the center. So nothing to worry about there. Trying to think how we want to do this. Let's see. I think we just go for the normal stuff. Bring his knight here, attacking this pawn, but it's already defended, so there's nothing to worry about there. They could potentially try to attack this bishop, so whenever you see the knight jumping out there, I like to push this pawn, solidify this, and it's always defended by the bishop, like kind of our triangle here, our stonewall pawn structure. So it's always nice to leave the bishop back here. As you can see, it does a really great job at defending some of these weak pawns. Now I'm thinking we bring the knight out, stops any checks from the opponent queen. We can castle next move, and then start generating our attack. Like I said, after we castle, I think I'm going to bring my knight here. Unless he tries to stop that with a pawn or something. It looks like black is going to be castling kingside, so let's keep an eye on that. We can always keep queenside castling as an option for us as well. I think we'll just castle kingside, as kind of makes the most sense for now. And we are rated 1325. This is 1349 opponent. So we're making pretty good strides to start out. Hoping we can hit 1400 by the end of this stream. So always want to scan this last move. And we could give a check, but they could always just go back. They do go back. We could bring out our bishop. It's a double attack. They can always just defend. So I don't think it's really worth all of that. The knight on the edge of the board honestly isn't doing much. This actually just allows us to jump our knight into the center. Then we could maybe think about doing this, as it would be a quicker double attack. But he's probably getting castle. That would be my guess. Or not. I think they did see the check, but this piece still has nowhere to go, so we could potentially win a pawn here. I like free pawns. Like I said, I like this structure because it's very simple, holds itself together. It's hard to blunder. You can do it, like last game. Well, I guess I wasn't playing the setup then, but now's the choice. Do we take with the knight or the bishop? The knight's in a really great spot in the front, but our bishop also is going to play a really key part in attacking the king if they ever decide to castle that way. So I'm thinking we take with the knight. It'd be easier for them to kick it out anyway, so I think this is the way we do it. I think that's the way to go. And we can always bring our other knight in. Looks like he is wanting to potentially castle queenside now. He's moved all the pieces out that way, so we'll have to see what he's planning. This move significantly weakens the queen side, so if he ever does decide to go that way, now he's going to be in trouble. Yeah. So we can already line up on this pawn. Got a battery. There we go. Setting up some, already creating some weaknesses. Could start pushing this pawn or solidify our knight here. We could do a rook lift up and over. These are some of the plans. Do you like the rook lift idea because there's nothing protecting the knight at the moment, and it does line up on this pawn. So I think we can go for that. Yeah, I think we can do that. You can see both of his bishops are pretty much out of the game. This knight doesn't really have a whole lot that it's doing, and it's about to be attacked. So as far as a position wise, I think we're doing much better. The only real weaknesses in our camp is this pawn. You can see he attacks that immediately. We can just defend that by counterattacking the queen. If he goes here trying to line up, we always have this move. And this square is defended twice by both our queen and knight. So that is good. So I'm thinking we do slide over, or we could kick out the knight. Trying to think. Kind of like just getting the rook in position. Then we can go from there and see what black does. As far as time goes, we're doing pretty good. We're down a minute. So good thing to keep in mind as well. Thinking we just go back and trade off this knight. It is kind of annoying now. Or we can try to bring our rook over. Yeah, let's bring the rook into the attack, and then we can see what we're gonna do. Just be patient, wait for them to make a mistake. If they ever push this, we can always just push by and lock things down, so not really worried about that. Alright, see, they're trying to trade ours first. We could go here just to be annoying. Say no thank you. Or we could just take it. Trying to think what's gonna be the best. I like to be annoying. We can always go back if they push, but that does weaken. If they push, it'll weaken this central pawn in the middle. Obviously, it's still going to be defended by this pawn, but it's going to weaken it up a bit. So that's what we'd like to see. Okay, this opens up an attack on a rook. But if they take the rook, we take this. That's also a fork on their queen and bishop. So honestly, I think we kind of just give up the rook. Could be wrong. But at the end of the day, we also have our knight defending it. So I think we're good with that. Right? Yeah, so you can see we're up 2 pieces of material. I think we got a rook for a knight and a bishop. So that is good news for us. It was an interesting idea from the opponent, but I don't think it was the right plan of action. Okay, could just march our pawn forward, honestly. Ask this bishop what it's doing there. Kind of like that, and it also opens up our dark squared bishop that's been kind of restricted by this pawn. Yeah, he moves it ahead of time. I think we can still go there. That opens up our light squared bishop too. Sorry, I'm terrible at drawing these diagrams. Would like to go there. It's defended, so we can. Or we could bring our bishop out first, threatening to come in here. Kind of like that. Yeah, let's do that. So he's threatening to pin us. We could go for... I think attacking the queen is a higher priority. Just trying to think. So we go here. They could take this, but then we take the queen. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I think we just go for that. Okay, and now that is defended. Yeah, they can't take this anymore, so I'm thinking we go up and over with the rook. Set up some more shenanigans. Could always move my king if they double up here. But I'm liking how this cuts off the king. Our bishop's in a really good position. Can always think about potentially sacrificing this bishop when it makes sense. Let's just make sure if we go here, where's the queen gonna go? Can't go. I think it's trapped. I think we just trapped the queen. Let's see if I'm wrong about that. Go there, there, there. Go here, here. He's probably just gonna take it. and then take a pawn. Or that. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. So we won the queen. Still have a great position. Thinking if I could get my queen here, it could set up a mating threat. So I do have 1 minute left on the clock. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna move here. My knight can always jump back down to defend, so that's not a problem. Like we said, we want to get our queen here, and we'll be in business. We can always jump our, maybe sacrifice and then jump in. Just an idea. He can't take either. Both of them set up checkmate threats, so I'm thinking this might be the way, and then we could potentially even sacrifice, just give away all our pieces. I'm trying to get a brilliant move here, so I've only got 43 seconds left, so I don't have a ton of time to think about this. Yeah, let's just go for this one. There we go. Okay, let's review that. Looks like we did not get any brilliancy. Looks like here. Let me see how we did. Looks like we got 1 great move, 10 best moves, 2 mistakes and 1 miss, but no blunders. So we're going to update the counter. Got 3 wins now. 7 great moves, and we're still at the 2 blunders from earlier. So that is where we are at. I'd love to show you move by move kind of what we did, but looks like we just slowly had an advantage up until winning the queen, so it was pretty self-explanatory. Okay. Let's see here. We are at, let's see what we made it to, 1370. So this will be my last one. Try to hit 1400, and then I'm gonna have to get going here. But let's go ahead and try to get another stonewall. And I'll have it set up next time for better reviews. This is a free account. Made it specifically for the channel just to do a rating climb. But I will have better reviews in the future where you can we can go move by move and dissect what we did well and where we might have gone wrong. So let's see, that does stop us from playing our d4 move. We can always set it up with okay. Don't know why that just happened. We'll get another game. All right, we'll go with d4 again. We'll get our stonewall. Let's see what they're gonna do. So they do go for the early stopping our bishop move. There are some things you can do against this. Sometimes you can bring your knight out, just immediately trade it off. Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with that. Let's do it. Oh, he does stop that. So, if we go here, he can just kind of pin us, which is annoying. Yeah, I don't like the way this guy's playing this. Let's see here. You know what? Let's do it. Got nothing to lose. If he goes here, we can always push the pawn. But yeah, our main goal is really just to get rid of this annoying bishop. So we did it. Now let's see what is our next priority. I think it's gonna be to develop the rest of our pieces. Like these pawns, they're stopping a lot of black's movement. He is trying to take this, opening up our rook. Can always stop this. This does allow the knight to jump in, which I don't think that's too much of a problem. Can always try to trade it off. All of our pawns are on the dark squares, except for one. Like I said about he is threatening to take that again, so let me just defend that first. And now that defends our rook as well, so even if he were to somehow try to take, we've got that. So now we're threatening to win a pawn. He might try to double down on it. Guess we'll see. No, so we can just take. Next we can pin the knight over there. I think that might be a pretty good plan. That would allow us to castle if we need. We could also still try to go this way. Yeah, I think pinning it's the way to go. Especially now that there's a queen there. Could honestly trade, you'd have to take with the pawn if he doesn't want a queen trade. Let's say we go for it. Trades are good, especially when you're up a pawn. So there we go. I think the opening was a success. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a queenside castle to support this pawn. Could also try to hunt this down with our king, honestly. If he takes, we can open up a double attack on his rook. Obviously, yeah, he can go back, but then we can just trade, and then we're coming in, and I don't think he can stop all of these. Again, trades are good for us. Does help him on double, but you could just go back, go this way, kind of like that, because right now there's not really much else he can do. I like leaving these isolated, and I don't want to let him undouble his pawns. Can line up on this one, potentially push this, and then double up here to try and win it. That way I wouldn't have to guard this with my other rook. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I think we double up and try to win this pawn. Or we just push. Kind of like pushing. It's defended. And then we can just keep pushing this one. If he pushes here, we can always just push by as well. Or just take it. We just keep pushing. When you have a pass pawn, you push it, you just gotta get it to the end of the board and get another queen. We only have 4 minutes on the clock, so just have to make something happen. This does restrict his rook from moving, and this one's already restricted, so that's good news for us. So I'm just thinking of going back, supporting this if he decides to attack it. It is a valuable pawn. We can double up. If he ever pushes, we just push by. So he's pretty jammed up, and if he pushes here, we can also just slide by. Or just take. We'll come a little bit forward with our king. Try to just make it so he runs out of moves. Honestly, don't know what else they can do. I'm thinking we could potentially double up here. I'm thinking we can now line up on this side. We still have our pass that's keeping his other rook trapped. He can throw in a check. Don't think that will do much. Yep, can come forward, I think. I think we can block. Also allows us to push if we can avoid the checks, run over here, then it's over. And he's also going to be losing this pawn over here. might just be a draw. Can see what we can make happen. This at least allows us to take both pawns. We'll lose one, but we have 2 connected passers, so we also need to get off this back rank. That's significantly restricting us. We got 40 seconds, so I gotta speed up. Shoot. Reconnecting. See if we can do this. Oh, 3 seconds. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Okay. We got a draw with 0.5 seconds left. Wow. Okay. I think we should have won that. I was reconnecting for about 30 seconds though, so that did not help. I think I'm going to need to change my Wi-Fi. Make sure that that doesn't happen again. But just updated it. We have 1 draw, 8 great moves now. Definitely think we had a win there, but due to the time situation and everything, just ran out of time. So I'm gonna stop it there. We can come back. We made it to 1369. Hopefully we can make it to 1400 by next stream. Thanks for joining me.